Hi everyone, my name is Celine Zahn, and the vegetable that I had was kohlrabi. I did and still do have some technical difficulties with my audio on my computer, so this is the best way that I can do it. But I can also share my PowerPoint with you guys. So it has the notes and basically my presentation in it. So I just want to get started with kind of what kohlrabi is. Most people say that it's very similar to broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts and those types of vegetables. Some other names that they go by is cabbage turnip, stem turnip, Hungarian turnip, and then probably the most common other name that you have is German cabbage. Um, so kohlrabi is native to Northern Europe, but more specifically Germany. But in today's world, it's grown all over the world. Personally, we grow it in our garden every year. Um, you can find them at most farmers markets around here, but they are the majority grown in Europe and even Asia. Um, so the picture on the slide, which obviously you can't see because of my technical difficulties, but it is what kohlrabi looks like when it's growing. Um, so kohlrabi can be eaten raw or cooked. Um, and then it can also be substituted in other recipes. So, for example, a lot of the vegetarians substitute like cauliflower for chicken or pork or something. You can also substitute kohlrabi for those. So, the recipe that I found for this assignment is just a simple roasted cauliflower recipe. Um, or kohlrabi, sorry, recipe. And all you need is olive oil, black pepper, salt, and then obviously kohlrabi. And all you do is you just slice it, cut and slice the kohlrabi, drizzle the olive oil over it, and then add salt and pepper to how much you like, and then just put it in an oven for 450 degrees until it's golden brown and tender, so about 10 minutes. And then for as what kohlrabi tastes like, there's kind of two different sides of what people taste. One of it kind of tastes like like the stems of the broccoli, and then other people compare it to radishes. So I actually have had it before because we grow it in our garden every year. My family's has a lot of German in it, so it's a very family um, thing that we have every year. And I personally think it tastes a lot more like radishes, um, but it's sweeter than radishes and it's not as spicy. Um, but the texture and the taste are very similar to radish. Um, and all we do when we eat it is we soak it in water until we're ready to eat it, and then um, and then we just put a little salt on it and then eat it raw like that. Um, but some other interesting stuff that I found is that kohlrabi has very high amounts of vitamin C, vitamin B6, and potassium. So, and then some other minerals that aren't as prominent in it are magnesium and folate. And then the picture on the slide that I had was what kohlrabi would look like when it's ready to be harvested in a garden. And then I couldn't find any group of people or culture that kohlrabi is specifically a part of. Um, but as I said before, it's very prominent in Europe and Asia. So um, even though that's not dominantly part of a group of people or culture, I know that um, the Europeans and the Asians use it a lot more than we do here in the US. And then the prices in Wisconsin that I found ranges from about $4 to $2 each. And that depends on the store, the season, and then also location. So, for example, more times than not, like Festival is usually more expensive than, say, Walmart. Um, so like Festival might have the $3.99 one, but Walmart might have the $2.99 one. And then season. So I found out that kohlrabi is more of a fall and winter type vegetable. Um, so obviously they're going to be cheaper in the fall and the winter because of the high demand, or not the demand, but the high supply that we have of them. And then for the location, obviously if you're in a more rural area in Wisconsin, you don't have access to as much stores and stuff, and it takes longer and more money to supply it to that store, so they could be a little more expensive there. Um, so I said that it's mostly grown in the winter months, so those would be the times to look in the store and probably be the cheapest. Um, but for example, locals, so like my family, we grow it in the spring with all of our other vegetables, so it's harvested in late spring, midsummer. Um, so if you do a farmer's market type thing, you can finally probably find them mostly year round, depending on how the farmer's market lasts. And then it can also be it can also be in multiple colors, kind of like carrots. I know come in different colors. But so the most common colors are the greenish white, which I have in the pictures on my slides, and then also like a deep purple color. And then, so just the last thing I wanted to share with you guys about kohlrabi is that it can help with cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and other types of diseases like that, like the um, in the heart and the upper respiratory system. Um, and it actually has a compound cell called glucoisolate that helps widen blood vessels in the body and reduce inflammation. So that's kind of why it's so it has some of those great vitamins and minerals in it. And then there's some that say that purple kohlrabi can help with lowering blood pressure, but there's not a ton of studies or published articles about this yet, so you kind of have to take it with what you want. Um, and then it also does promote great gut health, um, it, because it has actually 17% of your daily fiber intake in a cup, so a cup's a serving. And then the picture on this slide is what roasted kohlrabi would look like, and then this last slide that I have is just of my references, and that's the picture is what raw ready to eat kohlrabi looks like. So that would be like what I have it as. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Once again, I apologize for my technical difficulties, but I hope that you guys found it educational and that both of these resources kind of help you with learning about it. Thank you. Bye.